Hey, Shalom. First, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, the honest, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect the house of David. Let's get into this. This is going to be about how Yahweh Shai Shai word is enough. How Yahweh Shai Shai word is enough, and we should believe that. We should have, that should be our faith, you know. But first I'm gonna read this. Then I'm gonna read down to I'm gonna read down to 7. Look, this is Luke chapter 7, starting at verse 1. Now when he had ended all his sayings in the audience of the people, he entered into Capernaum, and a certain centurion servant who was dear unto him was sick and ready to die. And when he heard of Yahweh Shai, he sent unto the elders of the Jews, beseeching him that he would come and heal his servant. And when they came to Yahweh Shai, they besought him instantly, saying that he was worthy for whom he should do this. For he loved our nation, and he had built us a synagogue. Then Yahweh Shai went with them, and when he was now not far from the house of the centurion sent friends to him, saying unto him, Lord, trouble not thyself, for I am not worthy that thou shouldest enter under my roof. Wherefore neither thought I myself worthy to come unto thee, but say in a word, and my servant shall be healed. For I also am a man under authority, having under me soldiers, and I say unto one, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and he cometh, and to my servant, do this, and he does it. When Yahushua heard these things, he marveled at him, and turned him about, and said unto the people that followed him, I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. You know? So what Yahushua marveled at? That he believed, that the centurion believed that his word was enough. You know? That centurion believed that his word was enough. You know? So what we should believe? We should believe that these prophecies shall come to pass. That everything that is written in this book is credible. You know? The direction which this place is going to has already been foretold. You know? What? Believing in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's word. You know? Believing in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's word. You know? You know, let's get this a good example. Well, something like an example. Maybe it's a small example. This is Psalms chapter 107, verse 20. Listen. He sent his word and healed them and delivered them from their destruction. You hear that? This is a psalm. This is, and this is a Psalms of this is a Psalms according to sometimes in the Psalms they prophesy what he prophesied. Listen, I'm gonna read up to verse 19. Then cry unto the Lord in their trouble, and he saved them out of their distress. He sent his word and healed them and delivered them from their destruction. Who is word? He's talking about Yahweh Shai. We're talking about Yahweh Shai, you know? We have to believe in what? That. Believing Yahweh Shai has the power, the authority. You know? the will to do so, because he already said this is what he wants to do. He has it written down, recorded, you know. You know? Listen, this is how powerful Yahweh Shai is, man. This is how powerful Yahweh Shai is. Whoops. That's why we have to have comfort in him that he will deliver his elect. Those that have been calling on his name. Those that have been calling on his Father's name. Because we only have access to the Father through him. This is Matthew chapter 28. Verse 18, listen, Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. So the whole cosmos, Yahushua has power, authority, literal power and authority in the space, in all cosmos and on earth. Did you hear that? So everything will follow Yahushua's what? Command. Everything will follow Yahushua's command. And we already know Yahweh's command. That's why it's so important that you pray. Pray Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They can make it happen. They can make it work. Continue to pray. Pray. What scripture says? Pray always. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua can make it happen. We ain't got that direct line to Yahweh anymore. But guess who we got? We got Yahweh Shai. We got Yahweh Shai to get to Yahweh. We got Yahweh Shai to get to Yahweh. And what? All power is given to who? Yahweh Shai. So pray to Yahweh Shai. Be like, hey, Yahweh Shai, Baruch Shai, help me. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, listen to this. I need this in the name of your only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, so on and so forth. However you pray, however you pray, you got to remember. I forgot who it was. I think it was for Moses. When they went to battle. And they needed the sun, they still needed to be light, they still needed to be light, and Yahweh had allowed that because they needed it. Yahweh had allowed the sun to stay in its place. He had allowed the sun to stay in its place. You gotta think, man. People were probably tripping. Like, man, how he was supposed to been dark? He did this what? For his people. For the people he gave his law, statutes, commandments to. For the people he gave his name to. And guess what? We have the son's name now. We have his heir's name now. We have his heir's name now. You get it? Listen to this, man. Listen to this. Yeah, somebody need this lesson. I know I need it. Pretty hellish week. I know a lot of us, we going through it. This is Babylon. We still under the vibration of Esau, Edom. This is Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 37. Listen. Behold, I will get... That's not it. Verse 27, listen. Behold, I am Yahweh, the power of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? Is there anything too hard for Yahweh or his son Yahweh Shah, who he gave all power and authority to? So remember that. Remember, his word is enough. Yahweh, he has all power and authority. So whatever he says goes. If he say, hey, I heard your prayer and I will do so. You gotta believe he will do so. Then what? It is done. It is done. You gotta be in righteousness though, you know? You gotta be in righteousness. You praying for wickedness, you be like, what the hell? He's against wickedness, you know? He's against wickedness, you know? So keep in mind, you know, he has his operations, you know? So acts in according to his operations. Acts in according to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai's, or, you know, their way, you know, their operations, you know? So, you know, with that, I hope you was edified. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. To be honest, the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect, the house of David. Until next time, Yahweh willing, Shalom.